Ella is a career coach, and she's fabulous at her job. Absolutely phenomenal, works beautifully with people. Because of her unique skill set, she has this innate sense to know exactly what her clients need and where they might want to tailor their career goals. So her company just absolutely loves her in her job. She's perfect. Well, recently, she was trying to put together a special program for her clients, but she needed to create some forms on the computer. What nobody knew is that, you see, Ella can't do trial and error on the computer like most people can. Most of us will kind of pick around at the computer and figure out what we know and what we don't know, but Ella doesn't learn that way. So what she usually manages to do is she manages to get the IT guy to come over and say, hey, can you show me how to do this? And usually that works. But this one day, he must have been extremely busy, stressed, who knows? We all have our days, right? And Ella reached out to him and said, look, can you show me how to do these forms? I really don't know. It was an email. He replied an email and said, look, I don't have time to go over there. Let me just, give you these instructions. And he gave her the instructions. She got the instructions and her heart started to go. Like, oh my gosh, he doesn't know that I can't read these instructions and figure it out. So she wrote back and says, look, this is great, but could you please just come show me? Or I'll go over to you. Just show me. This day, he wasn't so patient with her. He made some snide comments in an email back and said, look, here's the steps. Here's what you've got to do. Just do it. What's wrong with you? She was crushed. Finally, she emailed back, and as she put it, I had to out myself. I was so incredibly humiliated. I was so upset I didn't know what to do because I don't want people to know about my disability. I have nonverbal learning disorder, and I can't learn that way. I had to tell him. I had to say NLB. I had to say I have a disability. I had to say I really need you to come show me. She said, I went home that night, and I just wanted to cry. It's so hard for people like me to get through these days when we have to out ourselves, when we're in fear of being discovered. Well, Ella's not the only one. There are many people in the workplace who have similar struggles. Think about the people just in your regular meetings. Do you ever have somebody in a meeting who you feel like they can't focus or they can't sit still? You're wondering, why are they playing with their phone or what are they doing? Well, one of my clients came up to me at a conference, and she said, didn't you come to our company recently and about a couple years ago and show us these tools for focus? Remember that? And I said, oh, yeah. She said, do you still talk about that? I said, I do. She says, remember the rings? She told us about the slide rings. I said, yeah, look, I still have one on my hand. I still have one right there. And these slide rings are great, by the way. They actually can slide. So when you're in a meeting, if you're really struggling to focus and stay still, you can just play with this ring. I got that idea from a colleague of mine who was also struggling in meetings. He said, I got to get these slide rings. Well, with her, I also said there's other things. You can take beads and you can put them on a keychain ring. Keep them in your pocket or just put them on your fingers, as a ring. She says, you know what? I did that. I made these absolutely beautiful rings with Pandora beads. I got them, the keychains, and I got the Pandora beads, and I put them on. I even gave them to my friends. I made them for everyone in the department. It was wonderful. They're all excited about it. It's the only thing that gets me through the staff meeting. So here we have people in our meetings that aren't able to stay focused, especially if that person who's speaking is droning on. Imagine the engineer in the marketing and sales meeting who's listening to the drum of we can do this, we can do that. And he's sitting there thinking, this is so boring. They don't have they have their pie in the sky ideas, and this isn't working. I have other things I could be doing. You know that, engineer. I know you do. So what do you do with that? Think about how might you run meetings in a way that gives people the freedom to move, whether it's to stand at the meeting, whether it's to have different kinds of seating options. It sounds crazy, but think about how much more focus you'd have at your meetings.